Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, in the last couple of days, there's been quite a number of conversation about the UK government planning to ban anyone who had, come into the UK illegally at some point or had overstayed their visa from being able to apply for UK British citizenship. And this has really, gained a lot of media attention. So many people have, shared their thoughts, a whole lot of comments around how inhuman or how ridiculous that particular proposed policy is, and there's been a lot of things happening at the moment. And one of the highlights of the whole information being proposed in the House of Parliament is the fact that a couple of individuals have been able to take up some legal challenge against that proposed measure. There's the plan change in British citizenship rules faced first legal challenge. So many people are willing to raise concerns to say, why would the government want to stop anyone who have paid their dues, stayed their time in the UK, and been unable to apply for British citizenship? So yeah, we're gonna have this conversation about the new government rules around permanent residence and becoming a British citizen here in the United Kingdom. So if you're an immigrant in the UK on a visa like myself, then you should want to stick to this video to the end. And if you're coming across this channel for the first time, do also hit on the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. One of the major concerns raised by people is the fact that now, even though an individual came into the UK through the small boats or they came in illegally, they claim that after over a decade of being residents in the UK, they've paid their dues, they've got no criminal record, they've taken up jobs, they've paid their taxes, they've contributed to the growth of the UK economy, and they see the reason why their right to become a British citizen should be denied. And this has really raised a lot of eyebrow, a lot of issues, a lot of concerns, a lot of comments in the media. Now let's see this particular first legal challenge that this proposed measure that came out just a few days ago has faced. Now, a young Afghan refugee brings case after move to prevent those who arrive on dangerous journey from citizenship. So this person came in as a refugee and of course through the small boat, and now the new policy saying that they can't apply for British citizenship. So they've decided to take up legal action against that proposed measure. Now let's read what the news is all about. Now, plans to prevent refugees who arrive in the UK on a small boat, lorry, or via other irregular means from becoming British citizens are facing their first legal challenge. Now, the challenge is being brought by a 21-year-old Afghan refugee who arrived in the UK at age 14. That was roughly about 7 years ago, after fleeing the Taliban and being smuggled to Britain in the back of a lorry. He was granted refugee status and after 5 years was granted indefinite leave to remain. He was due to apply for British citizenship on the 1st of March 2025. Now, the thing about this is that the policy is saying that anyone that is applying for British citizenship after the 10th of February 2025, the application will be denied. So this particular young person who came into the UK not because he wanted to come in illegally, but because of the war happening in his home country, and it was being shipped through a lorry to get into the UK. He has been able to get his indefinite leave to remain, which is his permanent residence in the UK. And on the 1st of March this year, he became eligible to apply for British citizenship. But with the new policy, because he came into the UK through the illegal or irregular means, he won't be granted the citizenship. So that's why he has decided to take up legal action against the new proposed policy. Now, however, he's now unable to do so after the government's plan emerged last week, making it almost impossible for any refugee who arrived via a dangerous journey to become a British citizen. Now, regardless of the time that he has passed since they arrived in the UK, tens of thousands of people are potentially affected by the new rules. Now, so many people are beginning to raise concerns about this. Now, according to the legal challenge submitted, a pre-action protocol, the change in the citizenship rule is a source of great anxiety to the man and has made him feel vulnerable in the UK because of the volatility of the UK immigration laws. He fears being isolated from the rest of the British community or society and not being able to vote or to travel freely. Now, I think one of the major concerns I've really got about the UK immigration system, it's how volatile their rules and laws are. I mean, today this is what works, tomorrow this is a different thing actually works. It's quite, depressing and sad to see how their rules can actually change overnight and get to affect tens of thousands of people, alongside, the changes in the immigration policy. Duncan Lewis Solicitors, who is representing the refugees, said it is upsetting for so many who had hoped for a new approach to now see this Home Secretary repeating the same mistakes as our various predecessors. Now, for the sake of political expediency, the Home Office Secretary is willing to roll out unlawful policies with the sole purpose of punishing migrants and refugees. Now, those who are quite, clearly of good character and eligible for citizenship. Now, the news went further and said the changes are contained in updated government guidance about good character requirements because of their method of arrival in the UK. Many refugees are no longer deemed by the government to be of good character, even though they rarely have any choice but to arrive via irregular means. Now, the new guidance states any person applying for citizenship from the 10th of February 2025 who previously entered the UK illegally will normally be refused, regardless of the time that has passed since the illegal entry took place, which is really, really scary. I mean, most of these people who come in here illegally end up spending over a decade before they can apply for, you know, the rights to live permanently in the UK. And the fact that their action couple of years ago or many years ago affects their ability to get citizenship is really, really scary. Now, before the new guideline was published, the Afghan refugee bringing the legal challenge would have met the good character rules. He has no criminal record, have complied with all immigration rules while in the UK, has a good command of English, and plan to train as a mechanical engineer to contribute to British society and the economy. And I think this is where the UK immigration law is actually lacking in so many ways. The fact that, yeah, I understand the fact that so many people are coming in illegally, and I feel what the government should focus on right now should be more of, you know, um, forward going policies, not, still going back to many years ago. Now, these people already in the UK, they've contributed to the economy. Many of them have built a family here, they've got children, they've got families here in the UK. Now, saying that because they came into the UK legally 5 years ago, 8 years ago, make them, ineligible to apply for British citizenship. It's like you're punishing them for the mistake that was beyond their control many years ago. Yeah, I understand some people coming to the UK illegally, with the intention of really coming in illegally. Why some people coming to the UK because of war in their country, fear for their life, and so many other, heartbreaking reasons why people decide to come into the UK illegally. But anyway, that's what is really happening. The focus right now is that many of the policies implemented by the Labour Party is kind of still following the same trend as what the Conservative Party did, a couple of months ago. So yeah, honestly, immigration policies in the UK is so unstable, and it's really, really scary for immigrants living and working in the UK. These are people who have contributed to the economy. These are people who have brought in, all they've got to help, build the economy in a way. Taking up jobs, paying the taxes, contributing to the national, insurance, and being treated this way. In my opinion, I think it's not really fair. But I mean, it's the UK. It is what it is. Whatever policy they propose, everyone just have to, go along with it. So, but that's the major thing now. So anyone who come into the UK legally for any reason at any point cannot apply for British citizenship. And this is the first legal challenge that's coming up. And I mean, with this first legal challenge, it's definitely going to be more legal challenge coming up in the nearest future. So what do you think about this policy? What do you think about this new measure being put into place around immigration rules? Please state those thoughts in the comment section. And if you're coming across my channel for the very first time, do it to hit on the subscribe button. I share everything UK immigration policies, transition into tech, lifestyle, vlog generally. And for my returning subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So for those of you watching my channel, I haven't subscribed. What are you waiting for? Click on the red subscribe button below. And this will be the end of this video. And I'll sure see you guys in my next video. Thank you.